Good morning students, welcome to my channel Digital Generation. How do lungs expands along with the expansion of the thoracic cage or chest wall, or discuss the function of pleural membrane of the lungs. This is the diagram of the lungs, and the lungs is surrounded by pleural membrane, and each lung has the pleural membrane of its own. The outer layer is known as the parietal pleural membrane. This is parietal pleural membrane. This is also known as the perimeter of the lungs, and it goes along with the thoracic cage or chest wall and along the surface of the diaphragm. It is fixed with thoracic cage and diaphragm, so it cannot be peeled off from the thoracic cage or diaphragm. Another membrane which is known as visceral pleural membrane is known as the inner wall, and this visceral pleural membrane goes along with the lining of the lungs, that is, it surrounds the surface of the lungs. This remains also fixed with the lungs and cannot be peeled off. There is a space between parietal pleural membrane and visceral pleural membrane. This is the space, and this space is known as pleural space. This pleural space is filled with a liquid, and this space has a negative pressure of about 4 millimeter of mercury, that is, it has a pressure of 756 millimeter of mercury. And as such, these two layers, that is outer layer and the inner layer, or we can say the parietal pleural membrane and visceral pleural membrane, remain stuck together and they cannot be separated. They move together along with the thoracic cage as well as the diaphragm. Now, when we inhale, the rib cage moves up and out. So, the parietal pleural membrane being fixed with this thoracic cage also move up and out along with the chest wall. And similarly, when we inhale, the diaphragm moves downward. So, the parietal pleural membrane also moves downward along with the diaphragm because it remains fixed with it. Now, if we consider the visceral pleural membrane, this visceral pleural membrane also remains stuck with the parietal pleural membrane. So, this visceral pleural membrane also moves with the parietal pleural membrane, and thus we can see that when we inhale, then the chest wall expands by moving up and out. So, along with the movement of the chest wall, the pleural membrane also moves up and outward along with the chest wall as well as downward along with the diaphragm, because it is also fixed with the surface of the diaphragm. So, we can see that the lungs is expanding in all directions. As the lungs expands in all directions, the volume of the chest wall or the volume of the lungs increases or expands, and as the volume of the lungs expands, then according to the Boyle's law states that P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. This is Boyle's law. So, according to this Boyle's law, when volume increases, pressure decreases. So, negative pressure is created inside the lungs. It has a pressure of 758 millimeter of mercury during inhalation. So, as there is negative pressure inside the lungs, so the air from outside, which is having a pressure of 760 millimeter of mercury, gushes into the trachea and bronchi. And as the air gushes into the trachea and bronchi, then the alveoli, which are present hundreds of millions at the end of these bronchioles, expands or inflatten with the inhalation of air, and thus we can see that the chest wall or lungs expands when we inhale. Similarly, in case of exhalation, when the diaphragm moves upward, then it pushes the parietal pleural membrane upward, and so the lungs also move upward, and so lungs become smaller in size. Similarly, the intercostal muscle moves down and inward, and so the parietal and visceral pleural membrane also moves inward and downward, and thus the chest wall or the thoracic cage becomes smaller, and the volume of the thoracic cage and lungs decreases. It becomes smaller in size. So, again, according to the Boyle's law, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. When volume decreases, then pressure increases. During exhalation, the pressure of the lungs is more than the outside pressure. It is having 762 millimeter of mercury during exhalation. As the pressure is more in the lungs than the outside pressure, so the air from the lungs is blown out by trachea and nostrils. Why it is dangerous when air or blood enters into the pleural space, and what is pleurosis? Now we have studied that the pleural membrane is divided into two parts. The outer layer is known as the parietal pleural membrane and the inner wall is known as the visceral pleural membrane, and there is a space in between the two layers, and this space is filled with a fluid and has a negative pressure of about 4 mm of mercury. So they remain stuck together. Now if there is a penetration or if needle is pricked inside the pleural membrane or if a person is stabbed, then air enters in between these two layers and thus the negative pressure falls down. So this parietal pleural membrane and this visceral pleural membrane becomes apart, and as the thoracic cage or chest wall moves, parietal pleural membranes move along with the chest wall, but being separated by air, this visceral pleural membrane does not move along with the parietal pleural membrane. So this visceral pleural membrane collapses, which may lead to death. So if a needle is pricked or if penetration is done or if a person is stabbed in the pleural membrane, that it is very painful because this space contains many nerve receptors and chemoreceptors. So this pleural space is very sensitive and thus the pain is quite extreme when it is injured in the pleural membrane. Here also, when the diaphragm moves downward, the parietal pleural membrane moves downward, but this visceral pleural membrane does not move downward as air has entered into this space. So the lungs collapse and it may also touch the heart, and there is a great shock which may cause to death. So it is very dangerous when air enters into this pleural membrane. The entering of air into this pleural membrane is known as pneumothorax, and when blood enters into this space, it is called hemothorax. So it is very painful if air enters in between these two layers. What is pleurosis? By the term pleurosis, you can understand that it must be related to something with pleural. Pleurosis means infection in pleural layer, either parietal pleural membrane or visceral pleural membrane. So if there is infection in this pleural membrane, it is known as pleurosis and it is very painful.